you see the remnants of the Nauvoo House. This was going to be a massive brick boarding house in the 1840s. They have to put 300 Nauvoo visitors in it, and it was going to be Joseph and Emma Smith's home. As you figured out, that means it was bigger than what you see today. It starts where the little stone building is to my right, stretched 120 feet south to the existing corner, turned 120 feet east, so an L-shaped structure, and it was going to be 4.5 stories tall, 1 of stone, 3.5 of brick. They worked really hard on it during Joseph Smith's lifetime, but it was always competing with the temple and other buildings for needed resources, and it was generally losing in that competition. So during Joseph's death, they managed to get the ground floor done, the stone first floor. You see parts of it still there, but not 1 brick laid. This building was important to these people, though, in ways that I don't really understand. Joseph said repeatedly of this building, "The Nauvoo House must be built. Our salvation depends on it." And the revelation that commanded to be built says of this building, "My name shall be upon it," meaning somehow they understood this to be a house of the Lord, a temple. So really important to them. So summer of 1845, after Joseph's death, Brigham Young put more than 270 men to work on this building. And in just a month or so, they get another story put up, this time of brick. So to the bottom of this, the top of the second story windows, that whole L-shaped footprint. The Exodus begins February of 46. They had paused because of conflict with neighbors, but the Exodus begins. They leave agents behind who continue to try and push the work forward. They probably get another 4 feet put up, so that brings it to the bottom of the third story windows. Again, that whole L-shaped footprint, but no roof, no floors, a brick and stone shell. It would sit that way for decades. 3.5 years after Joseph's death, though, she had remarried. She married a man named Louis Bideman. And decades later, Louis begins taking brick and stone from this wing, putting some of it on top of the 1840s southwest corner. He creates what you see today. They call it the Riverside Mansion. And Emma and Louis are living there by December of 71. Emma lives out the last 8 years of her life in this building, dies here in 1879. The southeast corner, now gone, is where the Nauvoo House cornerstone sat. And Joseph placed in that stone box in the 1840s the manuscript for the 1830 Book of Mormon and then sealed it up. Unfortunately, moisture made it in through the years and damaged it pretty severely. Louis, Emma's second husband, found that after Emma's death, opened it up, and gave chunks or fragments or pages of the contents away to family and friends and visitors. About 28% of that manuscript has been found and conserved in the collections of the Church of Jesus Christ.